Good afternoon, students. So, yesterday we have discussed about a topic that is electric potential, and also we have discussed about the electric potential due to a point charge, and also we have calculated and we have discussed the electric potential due to a now system of charges. So now in this class we are going to discuss about the electric potential at a point, that is at a general point, due to an electric dipole. General point means one, we know that one is axial line will be there, one is equatorial line will be there. What is the electric potential at the equatorial point, sorry, axial line, and also equatorial line? 2 points are there. Apart from this, somewhere if I take in middle, somewhere in between these two, somewhere, if you take this point, we call it as a general point. So at the general point, what is the electric potential due to this electric dipole we are going to calculate? Let us see. Suppose say this is a minus q charge, this is plus q charge. What is this called? This is called electric dipole. Of length how much? 2a. We know this very well. 2a is nothing but it is the distance between the two opposite charges. Such that here, what is 2a means? Here we can write this one as a and a. That means this length will be a, and also this length also a. So here we wish to calculate the electric potential at a point, that is at a general point. This line is called equatorial line. This line is called axial line. We know this very well. So in between somewhere, if I take, say, suppose say I'm going to calculate the electric potential at a point P, which is at a distance, say that is R, from the center, say this is O. Okay, so here I want to calculate the electric potential at a point P due to this electric dipole. Therefore, now I will draw one line from here to here. If I draw a line like this, if I draw a line like this, say this I am telling it as a point A, this say this is B. If I draw this line, this length I am taking it as a, say this is R1. AP I am taking it as a R1. And this one, this line, I am taking it as a, say this is R2. Okay. So therefore here, see, if you see OP, this line, suppose say it is making an angle theta with this dipole length. Okay. Therefore, now if I extend it back, if I extend this line backside like this, how long means if I draw one more line like this, such that if these two are perpendicular, we will stop there. So now I am writing this point as, say this point is M. Okay. So now we can say that here AP length as well as MP length both are equal. See, if you extend up to here, these both lengths are equal only. Okay. Now similarly, from this point also one more line I will draw like this. Say this point I am telling it as the N. That means here BP as well as NP, both lengths are equal. This length and this length both are equal. So therefore now, see here, if you see, if this is the angle theta, that means this opposite angle, this one also will become theta only. This is angle theta, means this is also angle theta. Here, this length is called A. This length A can be split up into two components. In this direction is one, and one more will be in this direction. A is making an angle theta with this line, then this line or this length is called as A cos theta. We know that if it is making an angle theta, that side it will come A cos theta. We know this very well. Similarly, this perpendicular component, one more, this will call A sin theta. We know this very well. Similarly, this E also can be split up into two components. One is in this direction and one is in this direction. So this A is making an angle theta. So with which it is making an angle theta, this is called what? A cos theta. So this is called A cos theta. And one more this side, this is called, or this is called A sin theta. This is called A. This A is making an angle theta. So hence, which side it is making an angle theta, that side we will take it as A cos theta. And one more component is called perpendicular component is called A sin theta. Similarly, this is A with which making angle theta. This side is called A cos theta. Its perpendicular component, this is called A sin theta. So finally, from this diagram, we are getting that AP is equals to EMP, which is equals to, what is MP means? I can write OP plus OM, I can write. That is OP plus OM. OP plus OM is nothing but MP only. I can write like this. Right. From this, what is OP means here? What is OP length? OP means nothing but R only. I have chosen it as R. So I can write it as R plus. What is OM means? OM is nothing but the component of this, that is A cos theta. So this I can write it as the A cos theta. So therefore, finally I got what? AP, how much I am getting? R plus A cos theta. So this I got as AP. That means this length I got. Next one. Now I want this one. Next one, BP. What is BP mean? BP can also be written as NP. BP also can be written as NP. What is again NP means? NP is nothing but OP minus ON. This OP minus ON, if you do, I will get NP. Therefore, I can write here OP minus ON. OP means what? This length R. Minus ON means what? What is ON? ON is nothing but A cos theta. See, this is A cos theta, A sin theta. So ON is nothing but A cos theta. So I can write here A cos theta. So this is called BP. So finally, I am getting that AP is equal to R plus A cos theta and BP is equal to R minus A cos theta. So this is what I got. Therefore, here what is our intention? What is our aim to calculate? Here we wish to calculate the electric potential at a point P due to this entire dipole. That means electric potential at this point is nothing but, at a point P is nothing but the sum of the electric potential due to this positive as well as negative. Its potential plus its potential I can write. That is potential due to positive one plus potential due to negative one. So positive means this one, negative means this one. So total potential. So general formula, what is the potential formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q by R. We have already derived. So like that only. So plus means this one. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into plus Q by this distance. What is this distance? I will say it as a BP. BP. This is positive, not plus one. This is plus one. This is plus. Next one, plus. V minus means due to this one. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into minus Q by, what is this distance? AP. This is AP. From this, some constant is there. What is that? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here also Q by 4 pi epsilon naught common. So I can take Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. If I take it as a common, then I can write 1 by BP minus 1 by AP. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 1 by. What is BP means here? BP means I can write R minus A cos theta. So I can write here R minus A cos theta. Minus. What is AP means? R plus A cos theta. So 1 by R plus A cos theta. So therefore, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into, see, these two are, I am taking LCM. If I take, these two will become R minus A cos theta into R plus A cos theta. Can I write like this? It will come here, this will go there. That means R plus A cos theta minus of R minus A cos theta. Can I write like this? Right. After this, so therefore, Vp is equals to What we are getting is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into, this can be written as R plus A cos theta minus R, minus of minus, it will become plus A cos theta, whole divided by, what is left there? See here how this formula is, it is like a minus B into A plus B like. So I can write it as a square minus B square we can write. So in that way we can write this one as a R square minus A square cos square theta we can write. So therefore these two will get cancelled. A cos theta, how many times are there? 2 times are there, these two. So we can write Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 2A cos theta by R square minus A square cos square theta. This we can write. So from this 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into this Q I am writing here. Q into 2A cos theta divided by R square minus A square cos square theta. What is Q into 2A? This is called dipole moment. So here, since we know that P is equals to Q into 2A, this is called electric dipole moment. So instead of Q into 2A, I can write it as a P. So I will substitute here as P. Therefore, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into, this can be written as D cos theta divided by R square minus A square cos square theta. So this is the electric potential at a point P in a general point. So this much is there. When you use this formula, if R as well as A, R means what? The distance at which you are going to calculate the electric field. What is A cos theta? A is nothing but it is the dipole moment length, dipole length. So if these two are comparable, then you will use this formula. If the dipole is very small, then A cos square theta will be neglected. A square cos square theta will be neglected when if the dipole is very small. So for that, how we can write means, we can write I'm writing here. If A is very much smaller than R, what is A means? Dipole moment length, half of the length. If A is very much smaller than R, then this R square minus A square cos square theta, this entire thing can approximately written as R square only. That means what happened to this? This is neglected. R square minus A square cos square theta I have written as R square only. That means this I have neglected. Okay. So therefore, from this equation, now I can write this one. Vp is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Vp is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos theta divided by, what will be happening this entire thing? This can be written as only R square. That means I can write here R square. So this is the final expression for electric potential at a point due to a electric dipole at a general point. When this is valid, if the dipole length is very small, if these two are comparable, then we have to use this formula in a problem. Okay. So from this, there are two cases are possible. So from here, two cases are possible are there. What are those two cases? Let us see. See here Vp is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos theta by R square. So this is nothing but, as we have shown, this is negative charge, this is positive charge, right? This is the electric dipole of length 2a. Therefore, this is a point P, which is at a distance R. So at this point, what is the electric potential means? This one, at the general point, that is Vp is equal to, we are getting that one. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square. So this is the electric potential at this point. Now here two cases are arises. If I bring this point on the axial line means again here 2 points are there. One is toward this side and one is again we can draw this side also. That means this line can be brought like this on this side, or if you rotate like this side. So that means there are two possibles are there. At this point is how much and at this point is how much. So both the points comes under on the axial line only. Therefore first one case I am telling. Case 1. If electric potential on an axial line. For axial line, what is the angle? If I bring this point here, see this is the angle theta, na? If I bring this point here, then what will happen? This will become 0. That means for axial line, theta is 0 degree. And also, if I bring this point toward this side, what will be this angle? 180 degree. If this point is coming this side, this is called 180 degree. So therefore, I can say theta is equal to 0 degree, and also I will get theta is equal to 180 degree. So two cases are possible at this point and at this point. So if I talk about here, therefore the axial will be, what is the general formula from that? Sorry, not V axial. This is V axial will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos of theta by R square. So here theta, if I substitute a 0, then what will happen? If I substitute this 0, what will happen? Cos 0 will become 1. Therefore, it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square. If I suppose also V axial is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P of cos of 180 degree R square. 180 degree means on this at this point. Then for this I will get what? Cos of 180 is minus 1. Therefore it will become minus of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. So there are two possible are there. One is negative value, one is positive value. So in generally, by combining these two, we can write V on the axial line will be plus or minus, I will write. Plus for at this point, minus for at this point. So therefore, plus or minus of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P by R square. So these two combined we can write. This is for negative, this is positive. Combined both are same, so I can write like this. So this is the general expression for a electric potential at a point on the axial line. If angle is 0, it is positive. If angle is 180, it is negative. So on the axial, for both positive as well as negative are possible. Now let us see case 2. Case 2, electric potential on an equatorial line. So equatorial line is what? What is equatorial line? Equatorial line is the line which is passing through the center of a dipole and perpendicular to its length. So this line is called equatorial line. So at this point, if you take this point is called equatorial line. So at this point, let us say this is the distance r, suppose. So at this point, what is the angle? How it will be going? If this point, if you bring here along this line, if you bring, what will happen? The angle will be 180 degree. See, sorry, 90 degree. This is when it is coming here, it will become how much? 90 degree. So for an equatorial line, theta here it will be 90 degree. Therefore, from this From the general equation, we are having what? V equatorial is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into P cos of 90 degree by R square. This is general formula. In the general formula, instead of theta, I have written 90 degree. So here we know that cos 90 is 0. Multiply with remaining term, so this entire thing will become what? 0. Cos 90 is 0. 0 multiply with remaining things will be again 0. So that means on the equatorial line, wherever you take, on the upside or downside, wherever you go, the electric potential will be 0 on an equatorial line. Okay, electric potential will be 0 on the equatorial line, but axial line it is not 0. Positive side, this side it will be positive, towards the positive charge it will be positive, towards the negative charge it will be negative. This is what we have seen here. Therefore, now now the next topic is relation between electric field and electric potential. Relation between electric field E bar and electric potential, or we can say electric potential difference dV. So that means relation between E and V. This is sometimes they may ask you for a 3 mark. It is important question. For 3 marks they will ask. So for this, let us consider this is a positive charge. Let us consider this is a positive charge. Let's consider this is a positive charge. This is a line I have taken. Suppose say from somewhere infinity a unit positive test charge is bringing towards this charge against the electric field. We know that whenever yesterday already we have derived one electric potential at a point in this only. This is a charge. Its electric field will be in this direction. That means electric field will be always radially outward direction. That's right. Let us consider a unit positive test charge is bringing. Suppose it is bringing from a point, say that is B to A, that is in this direction. Say this distance is say that is dx against the electric field. This electric field will be like this. So at this point, when you bring this charge here, that is plus Q naught when you brought here. At that moment, the electric force will be acting in that direction. That means electric force will be acting in this direction. So here, electric force as well as this distance both are opposite in direction. So therefore, you have to do some work to bring from B to A. You have to do a small work from bringing a charge Q naught from B to A. Therefore, small work done in bringing unit positive test charge from B to A is given by what is the work formula? dW, what is the work formula? Force into displacement, that is F into this dx into cos of, what is the angle between these two? 180 degree. So this is 180 degree. Force is in that direction, displacement is in this direction. So angle is 180. So 180. So this will become minus of F into dx. This is dW we are getting. Now, since when you brought a charge from here to here, when the charge is at this point, a force is said to be acting at this point. What is that force acting on it? That force is given by, since we know that force is equal to Q into E. So here Q is nothing but plus Q naught into electric field at this point is nothing but E. That is electric field at this point is say that is E. Therefore Q into E. We are having a formula. Force is equal to charge into electric field. So here instead of this force I will substitute here. That means minus of Q naught into E into dx. So this is called work done. Say this as equation 1. Say this as equation 1. And also we know that from the definition of electric potential, what is the amount of work done in bringing a unit positive test charge from infinity to the point against the electric field is called electric potential. We know this very well. So from the definition, the formula for the work done is, from the definition, we are having one formula. What is that? dW is equal to charge into potential difference. That is VA minus VB. VA minus VB. We know that potential is equal to, we are having a statement. What is that? Potential is equal to work by charge. From this, work is equal to what? This will come here. Potential into charge. So this is nothing but change in potential here between these two. That is difference in potential. So I will take it as a dV. So this will become dV. So work is equal to dV into charge. Work is equal to dV into charge. So this is the work done formula from the definition. So the difference between these two, that is VA minus VB, I will say this as a simply V. This is called difference in potential. Then I can also say this as a dV. So dW is equal to Q naught into dV. Say this as equation 2. So this is also equation. This equation also says that work done. That is also work done. So if you equate, then we'll get equation 1 is equal to equation 2. The equation 1 is what? Minus Q naught E into dx. This one is Q naught into dV. See here, minus Q naught E dx, minus Q naught E dx. This is Q naught into dV. Therefore, here Q naught will get cancelled. What is left here? Minus E dx is equals to dV. Therefore, I can write this one E is equals to, this will go down. That is dV by dx I can write. And this minus I can shift that side also. I can write this as a minus. So this is the expression for a relation between electric field and electric potential difference. So this is only heading this thing. Relation between electric field E and electric potential difference dV. So this is the relation between them. Electric field also call it as a negative potential gradient. This is called if the potential is changing with respect to with respect to the distance, then that is called potential gradient. Moreover, here negative is there. So hence we call it as a negative potential gradient. So this can also be said it is negative potential gradient. So electric field is also called it as a negative potential gradient. Got it? Now let us discuss about next topic is that is equipotential surface. What is the topic is equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. See, what is equipotential surface here? Equipotential surface means what? Within the name is there, equipotential means potential is equal on the surface. That means the potential is equal on a given surface, then such surface we can say it as a equipotential surface. So let us see. For example, if you take, suppose say a spherical charge conductor is there. Suppose say this is of radius r, this is of charge q. Therefore, what is the potential at this point means? At this point, what is the potential means? At this point, the potential will be V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into this charge, how much, that is q, by where you want at this point. Distance is how much? R. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. If you go this point, this is also q by r. If you go this point, this is also q by r. So this surface on which the potential is same, that is this much potential if you find on the every point on the surface, so such surface is said to be a equipotential surface. Suppose you want at this point electric potential at this point. Suppose this surface, if you draw, suppose this is the r, the charge at this point, say this is q. Therefore, if I draw one surface of radius small r, so this is an imaginary sphere or Gaussian sphere, we can say. This is the imaginary sphere of equal radius at which the potential will be same. Why? If you want to calculate the electric potential at this point the potential will be V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into enclosing of this is how much charge is this? Q by this distance is r. If you want at this point same q by same r. Again, if you want here same charge, same distance r. So that means this surface is called what? Equipotential surface. Why? Because this surface is having equal potential at every point. Hence we call it as an equipotential surface. Got it? So there are some properties are there. So before going to that property, let us see some equipotential surfaces we will draw. For example, for a point charge, if you take, suppose this is a point charge. This is a point charge. Its potential at this point. So at this point, how much? Suppose some V. Suppose at this point also it will be V of same distance. So at this point, that means if I draw a surface around this charge of equal radius, then such surface is said to be an equipotential surface. If you go next, one more equipotential surface, this is one more equipotential surfaces, and next this is one more equipotential surface. So here in this way, suppose this charge q is having some potential. Suppose here on this surface, suppose say the potential is 2 volt. Suppose say not 2 volt. Suppose it is having more. Suppose say this is 10 volt. As we move away from the charge, the potential will be gradually decreasing. We know this very well. Suppose this is 10, then it will be this surface is having potential less than 10. Why? Because it is away from the charge, far away. Say that is 8 volts, suppose. But at every point on this sphere will be 8 only. 8 volt, 8 volt. Here at every point it will be only 10 volt at every point. Got it? Similarly, if you go somewhere here, suppose it may be 6, 7, whatever it may be, it will be less than 8. Say suppose 6 volt is there, suppose for example. Then at every point, if you find here, every point at this surface will be 6 volt only. If you go further, here somewhere it will be 4 volt, suppose. So at every point on the surface will be 4 volt only. So this surface is called equipotential surface of 4 volt. This surface is called equipotential surface of 6 volt. This is of equipotential surface of 8. This is the equipotential surface of 10 volt. So these surfaces are called equipotential surface. So it is to be keep in mind that as we move away from the charge, the equipotential surfaces distance will be increasing. That means close to the charge, the equipotential surfaces will be nearer. As we move away from the charge, the distance between the equipotential surfaces will be increasing. See, between these two, the gap is this much. But whereas if you see these two, here the gap is small. So as we move away, the distance between the spheres or equipotentials will be increasing. That means as we move away from the charge, it is seen that the distance between the two equipotential surfaces will be increasing. That means nearer to this region, electric field will be more. We know that electric field will be more and nearer to the charge. Whereas if you move away, the electric field will be decreasing. That means equipotential surfaces are close to each other in the region of strong electric field. Here, strong electric field will be here. Weak electric field will be far away. So we can say that electric field. We can say that equipotential surfaces are close to each other in the region of strong electric field, whereas in the region of weak electric field, electric potential surfaces are far away from each other. We can say this point. So these are all, we can say that a property. In a property, I will list out these points also. So these are the things to be keep in mind, right? Here one more thing. We know that electric field will be always radially outward in this direction. Electric field will be always radially outward. This is called electric field intensity. That is E value. This is E. See, if you observe here, electric field are very close to each other. Electric field lines are close to each other. That means here strength is more. Strong electric field. In the region of strong electric field, these are close to each other. In the region of weak electric field, see here, electric field are far away. That means weak electric field. In this time, we can say that potential surfaces are also far away from each other. Clear? Fine. So this is the thing we have to keep in mind. And this is one. These are the equipotential surfaces of a point charge. Similarly, if you talk about the line charge means suppose say this is a charge. Okay. For this, if I draw one circle around it of equal radius, that means at every point of this much radius, it will be having same potentials. So that means due to this charge on this cylinder, this is like a cylinder only. On this cylindrical curved surface, the potential will be same. So this surface is called, this curved surface is called what? Equipotential surface only. Okay, this is for a line such charge. Equipotential surface is like this, like circle line. Okay, so similarly, like this we can draw many for this. If I take a smaller one like this, then this is the equipotential surface. You can draw like this also. So in this way, we can also form large number of cylinders. These are called cylindrical surfaces. These cylindrical surfaces also having equipotential surface like this only, like previous only. Suppose say this cylinder is having suppose 10 volt. This is far away. It will have suppose 8 volt. This is having suppose 6 volt. In this way, as we move away, this cylindrical surface will have lesser value if you go away from the line charge. So here also electric field will be always radially outward direction like this. Like this. If the curve is like this, means like this will be there. So electric field will be coming like this also in all the possible directions. Like what I'm saying? So this is what the electric field. So here from this it is quite clear that electric field E is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface. See here, at every point if you take, it is perpendicular. Anywhere if you take, for any line, any surface if you take, everywhere line is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. It is fact that this is also one property that electric field here also if you take, anywhere if you take, it will be always perpendicular for any equipotential surface. For any equipotential surfaces, electric field will be normal only. What I'm saying is, so in this way, this is also one more. Similarly, we can say one is plane equipotential surface. Plane equipotential surface means how it will be means. See, this is initially smaller in size. After that, it become little big. After that, it become little big. So in this way, if you go to infinity, then this curved surface will become plane. Got it? To understand this, suppose this is the point charge. So this is the surface, equipotential surface. So this is the equipotential surface. This is the equipotential surface. So in this way, if you go to the infinity somewhere, then it will become plane. So this is called plane equipotential surface also. What I'm saying? So at the infinity, we will get the equipotential will be plane. So such a plane surfaces if you take, that means if suppose the electric field is moving in this direction, here this is going how radially, here also it is coming radially. Okay, suppose if the electric field is moving in a straight uniform electric field, if it is going like this, then in this case such a electric equipotential surface can be drawn. Suppose say this is one equipotential surface. This is also one more equipotential surface. Means here the surface I am showing that like this. Electric field is moving in a straight like this. So this surface is perpendicular to the electric field. As I told you that surfaces will be always perpendicular to the electric field. So these surfaces are plane sheet and plane like entity. So electric field will be normally. So this electric field will be normal to the surface at any point. If you take at anywhere, you will take like this. N number of electric potentials we can draw. In the similar manner like this only, we can draw many. So these are the electric field. What I'm saying is, so from where the electric field start from where? From the positive charge only, right? So electric field is coming from this side. Will definitely here somewhere positive charge will be there. Positive charge is there means this potential which is nearer to the charge will have greater potential. That means if this equipotential surface is suppose 10 volt, it may be less than 10, that is maybe 8. Here it may be 6. So in this way, as we move away, equipotential surface value will be decreasing. Got it? So this is how the equipotential surfaces will be. Got it? Fine. And now, this equipotential surface we have learned. What is equipotential means what? What is equipotential? The potential, the surface on which the potential will be same. That is called equipotential surfaces. Right. Now we learn about some properties of these properties. Will be asking sometime for 2 months or 3 months. They may be asking. So important. Let us see the properties. Properties of electric equipotential surface. Properties of equipotential surface. Number one, first point is work done in moving a charge on the equipotential surface is 0. So first point, what is telling is, first point is the work done in moving a charge on an equipotential surface is 0 is taken. How it is 0? Let us explain this. See here. Suppose say this is the charge, rescue charge. This is of radius r. So now this surface we can say it as an equipotential surface of radius r. That means at every point the potential is same. That is V. Correct? V is the potential. At every point if you take V only, every point if you take V, any point if you take it will be potential will be V. This surface we call it as an equipotential surface. Suppose say here I am going to move, see what is really work done in moving a charge from on an equipotential surface. Suppose say I wish to move a charge from this point to say this point. At this point, what is the potential? V. At this point, what is the potential? V. Both are same only. Therefore, according to the definition, we know that work is equal to charge into potential difference dV. Or dW, we can say dW is equal to, or W is equal to work into dV. Work is equal to, charge into voltage, we can say. Right? Q into, what is this dV means? Change in potential. So final minus initial. When you are bringing a charge Q from this point to this point like this, when you are bringing, so final potential minus initial potential. Final is V, initial also V. So these two will get cancelled. So Q into this potential difference is 0. Potential difference 0 now. So 0. Therefore 0. So work is said to be 0. So we can say that work done in moving a charge on an equipotential surface is 0. How it is 0? In this way you can say. Got it? Right. Now let us see the second point. As we know, just now we have said that what is that? Electric field will be always what? Normal to the equipotential surfaces. Just now we have seen that already. Electric field will be always normal to the electric potential, equipotential. So, you know, we have learned just now. Just now we have seen that many potentials are there. Like this, so many, whatever may be. Electric field will be always, whenever it is there, the electric field will be like this. So at every point, electric field will be normal to the equipotential surface. Correct? Just now we have seen. So this is the second point. Third point. No two equipotential surface can intersect each other. So here the topic is, here the next point is no two equipotential surface can intersect each other. Why it cannot be intersected? Suppose say this is the equipotential surface. Suppose say this is a charge Q. Suppose say this is having a potential, say this is 10 volt. So at every point, how much it will be? 10 volt. Suppose one more is there. This is, say, this is 8 volt away from the charge, 8 volt. If suppose these two are coincide or intersect, suppose these two intersect, how it will be intersecting? That means that it has to come like this. Suppose this is called intersecting. If it is intersecting like this, so at this point, what you can say? This is you are telling that 8 volt, this is you are telling that 10 volt. So this entire surface should have only 10. This entire surface should have only 8. But at this point, you will find two values. Due to this surface 10 volt, due to this surface 8 volt. So on this surface, everywhere is 8 except this point. On this surface, everywhere is 10 volt except this point. So which is not possible. Equipotential surface you are telling. That means entire surface will should have a same potential. But if it intersect at the point of intersection, there are two possible of potential equipotential surfaces are exist, which in actually does not exist. What I'm saying is, so which does not exist in actually. So hence these two never intersect. Got it? And next point. Number 4th point. Equipotential surfaces are close to each other where in the region of strong electric field and they are far away from each other in the region of weak electric field. So, in the region of weak electric field, they are far away from each other. In the region of strong electric field, they are close to each other, as we have seen previously. Got it? Right. Now, and okay, these are the few points which is to be keep in mind. And after this, we will have some diagram. Sometimes they may ask for 1 mark or 2 mark, they may ask, draw the equipotential surfaces for a electric dipole or two positive charges or two negative charges. Draw the equipotential surfaces if they tell. How to draw? Let us see. See here. Suppose say this is a negative charge, this is a positive charge. That is dipole, equal in magnitude. For this, they will ask, draw the equipotential surface for this. Equipotential surface means what? We have to draw the surfaces around it. So how to draw? Let us see. Potential means what? If positive both are coming nearer to each other, then the positiveness is increasing. Both positive charges are coming. Suppose I am keeping two positive charges nearby each other. Then between these two, positiveness increases. This is also positive, this is also positive. So positiveness increases. That means their potential increases. Positive potential will be increasing. So when it is increasing, we can say that the field line will be more, we can say. They will be nearer to each other, we can say. What I'm saying is, so for this we can write. So for this we can write But here how it is? But here negative and positive. Here negative and positive. That means we can draw that so in this, these are the equipotential surfaces. Means they are repelling each other. Sorry, not repelling. Means they are attracting, but this is called equipotential surfaces. So equipotential surfaces will be more toward this side. So in this way we can write. So here we can draw what we say electric field line also we can draw. See, we know that electric field line will be always from positive to negative in this direction. So like this also we can see. So in whenever you draw like this, keep in mind that at every point they are perpendicular to each other. Even though they are bending, but still when it is entering to the potential surface, it will be always perpendicular. Okay. So we can draw like this. So in this way, so this is the diagram of equipotential surface for negative and positive charges. Say this is negative, this is positive. If both are positive, means the potential between them will be more. This is negative, this is positive, hence the potential between decreasing. Hence here no potential, less potential or no potential. So potential is toward that side or that side. If suppose now second time I am talking about two positive charges, if I take, what will happen? See, suppose this is a positive charge. This is also one more positive charge. Now, what will happen? So now you see, here if you see, the potentials are approaching each other. Here the potential surfaces are approaching each other, means positive will have more potential in this. So in this region, we are getting in this way, this is the potential surfaces. Here the field line will be repelling each other. Same. This is positive. The field line will be repelling each other. Okay, thank you everyone. So remaining topic we will discuss in a next day. Okay, bye bye. ये ऑनलाइन लेना मतलब तो बहुत दाम लगता है। ऑफलाइन में मजा आता है, ऑनलाइन में किसको पढ़ाना कुछ समझ नहीं आता है, क्या सुनना है।